Any doubts in yesterday's class? Yeah, again, I have taken one more single view application, that is a basic application, where I see I have nothing here. It is a view controller, which is having a view inside. Okay, there are no additional controls which are added. I want to add additional functionality. So by default, we got a view controller, which is subclass of UI view controller. UI view controller is having everything. If you want to add anything, you can add them. Okay, we have seen how to drag and drop and give the connections. Let us play with them a little bit. We have seen UI label. Label is to display the content. To display the content. Even if you tap on the label, nothing happens. So this is called, we can say this is one type of passive component, passive control or passive component. Similarly, we are having a button. If you tap on the button, something happens. This is a active control or active component, we can say one of the active controls. And even text field, we have seen text field is also same thing. When you tap on it, keyboard comes up, it is responding. Any control, any UI control, after tapping, if it is responding, that we can say as active component. Active component. These are the various things which we have seen yesterday. And let us see the properties of this. These properties can be set through programmatically as well. Whatever we are seeing here, those can be set programmatically as well. Okay, this is the label. Let me take over. When you want to use it through programmatically, this is the label. If you want to refer this label through code, you have to have the outlet. Outlets we have given yesterday in two different ways. One is by using assistant. Here itself, the view controller class will be the corresponding view control. The corresponding class will be displayed at the right side. You just need to select, control, and drag here under variable section or property section. This is the label. Just connect. Second way of connecting is you can go to the view controller. You can create the outlet here. Then you can give a connection. Maybe outlet where input field, which is a UI text field. Okay, for button we do not need. If we need, we can use that as well. For the button, I want to add action. Actions will be created like a function. Clicked me is a function. I want to connect this method to the interface builder control. To do that, IB action is the one which you need to write so that we get a connection in here. Here also connection we have, but if you see there is a dot means it is already connected. Here connection is open. Okay, how to connect them? The other way is close this, select the view controller, go to connections inspector, and if you see outlets, it is input field. This is input field, and we have under actions, we have actions. This is directly from here also you can connect action touch up inside. I'm going to show you third way. I'm going to show you third way. Remember, I am just removing all the controls here. Okay, we use this we enter by default, we got this. Okay, the other way is select the label. Here we are having the new referencing outlet. Select the label, new referencing the outlet. Where is our outlet in view controller? Either here or here. View controller label for text field. outlet. Where is outlet? New referencing outlet. New referencing outlet. Text field. There is one open outlet in view controller, that is input field. Okay. For actions, for buttons, touch up inside. These are the events. Touch up inside. Go to the view controller and click it. There are three different ways to connect one UI control to the code. One UI control to the code, connecting between view controller and user interface builder, interface builder and corresponding class can be done in three different ways. One is by using assistant editor. This is assistant editor. You can directly drag and drop here from here to here, and you can create outlet. It is very simple. Otherwise, you can write your logic first. You can write your outlets. Then go to connection inspector of view controller and give the connections. Input field is so and so, button is so and so, label is so and so. And third way is select the control, choose outlet from here, new referencing outlet if you want outlet. If you want action, under actions, events, under events, we're having this touch up inside is the event which we use for buttons. Okay, now let me make a label and text field. I want to enter some number, then only the button should be enabled. When I click a button, the button is even. Is even is a button. Whenever I by default 0, by default nothing. By default the content is nothing. I'm just changing the label color. I'm just changing the label color and I'm making the text in the center. Text in the center. Label background color I want to change. Background color under view we have the property background color something light something like that. Even if you want the height should be increased, let's increase the height. This is the text field. Text field should be this is the button. Even for the button I want to change the background color. Let me do this. Even I want to make this button little smaller and make little attractive. Is even the font is not much visible. Let me make the foreground color is black and increase the font. Font is not selected. Let's system font and 22. Even I can make this as bold. Whatever you want, you can make this is even. Okay, this is the displayer. This is the input field. This is the button. When I press the button, I need to read the data from the text field and check the given entry number is even or not odd. And this should be enabled. Only I should be able to click when there is a data. Otherwise, I should not be able to click it. Okay. By default, there is no data, right? What we can do is by default it is disabled. Okay. Go to the property inspector, see where it is enabled. We can make it disable. You can make it disable. Even by default, let it be. This is by default disable. When I enter some data, then this should be enabled. Okay. Let us write some data here. When I enter some data, we need to know when the data is entered. When the data is entered. Actually, there are some lifecycle methods for the text field as well. For the application, we are having some lifecycle methods which are from application delegate, UI application delegate protocol, right? Here, UI application delegate. Similarly, for the text field also, we are having some lifecycle methods. The lifecycle method, the protocol name is UITextFieldDelegate. Go here and implement those methods. UITextFieldDelegate. You can write this here. Instead of what we can do is we are adding something, right? So that for protocols in real time, this is the recommended approach. We control the recommended way of writing UI text field delegate. Text field delegate is having couple of methods. Those will be called according to the usage of the text field, according to the way the user is interacting. Let me go on and take you through the text field delegate methods. These are the various methods which we are having in the text field delegate. UI text field delegate. Text field should begin editing the return. This is the return type. Actually, it is in Objective-C notation. Text field should, I'll check today why it is showing Objective-C instead of Swift. Okay. Let me write this method. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 methods. There are totally 9 methods. The first method should begin editing. It should return Boolean. When user taps on the text field, whether should be editable or not. If you return true, then it is editable. If you return false, it is not editable. Okay. Let me write a couple of methods. If you see, everything is optional only. If you want, you can write them. Everything is marked as optionals. By default required, right? This is how in Objective-C we can mark a couple of methods as optional. All methods are optional. There is no error here if you see. When you import math delegate, what happened? It showed us error. Implement addition, subtraction, multiply, division methods. Those are required here. Even if you adapt the protocol, it is not showing any error because the methods which are already available in the text field delegate are optional. Whatever methods you require, you can use them. I want to show you a couple of methods. You just need to type text field. All methods have come. Okay. Text field. What I want is see all the methods. Text field should return. Text field should be did end editing. Did begin editing. End editing. Just write all methods and see which are required. I can delete. I'll delete the which are not necessary. This is very, very important. Only 3 variety of controls. One is passive component. One is active component with the actions kind of buttons. Another one is active component with lifecycle methods with protocol. Only 3 varieties. If you understand these varieties properly, you can use any control. Okay. What it is asking? Text field should clear. You can user clicks on cross mark. We do not have cross mark. If when user clicks on cross mark, whether should be deleted or not. Return to cross mark is clicked to delete only, right? Clear it, right? Text field should return when user enters. Clicks enter. Enter means return key. Return key on the text field. Should I proceed or not? Return. Should I take it or not? I can take it. Text field did editing. Did end editing. Just it is telling us it is ended. It begin editing. It is begin editing. Text field should end editing. It is asking should I end or not? Yes, end. Text field did change selection when you select the content on the text field. Okay, you can simply write these methods and see when these methods are getting called. Okay, this is this text field should begin editing. Text field did end editing. Text field something. This is very, very important. I'm just returning through here for now. I'm just returning through here. Let me write the method and which method is getting called at each time. Text field did end editing. Text field should begin editing. Text field did change selection. Text field should end editing. Text field did begin editing. These are the couple of methods which gets called according to the user interaction. This is the third kind of control. Okay, we have written the methods. Let's run it and see these methods are getting called or not. This will not be called. These will not be called. It is asking for return type, just return, nothing much. We have implemented the methods, but we have not told to the text field that text field your lifecycle methods are at so and so place. We have not told to the text field your lifecycle methods are existing in so and so class, or you are controlled by so and so class, which we have not told to the text field. Okay, let me run it on the iPhone 11 so that the layout will be in sync. Let me run it on iPhone 11. Okay, I am tapping here. I am entering the text. I am clicking return. But these methods are not getting called. If you clearly see, these methods are not getting called. Text field methods are not getting called. I'm tapping here. I'm clicking return. Whatever you do, I'm selecting. No method is getting called because we have not told to the text field. You are controlled by so and so. Outside that can be done in two different ways again. Through code we can do, through outlets we can do. Select the text field, go to here, outlets, delegate text field, your delegate, your controller is so and so. What is that? View controller. You are controlled by so and so view controller. You are controlled by the view controller. Delegate we need to set. Okay, now see. What happened? Text field should begin editing. It is asking to the view controller. View controller user tapped on the text field. Should I begin editing or not? Text field did begin editing. We have written true. We have written true. Text field should begin editing. We have written true. So it edited. If you written false, generally we don't need all these things. I'm just explaining you to make you understand the third kind of control. Even if we tap here, which is what should, sorry, this is should end editing, should begin editing, which we need to false. I'm tapping here. What happened? Text field should begin editing, which we have written false, so it is not editing. Okay, that is what it is. You also make it true. Run it. Where I am very important thing is this is the method which is very important. What it is doing, text field should change characters in range with replacement string. Basically, when you tap any string, okay, text field did begin editing, that is clear, and I'm entering A, B, C, D. See what are the various methods are getting called for each character. D should change characters in range. Text field I'm just removing everything. See, when I tap any character, what happens? Text field should change characters in range. Text field did change selection. These are the two methods which are getting called. B again should change characters in range. This is the method getting called when you type any character. When you type any character, this is the method which is getting called. Right? Here, what is the input here? Text field is one input, range is one input, replacement string, whatever we have entered, that is the one input. I can just remove this and I'll just put the string, whatever it is giving. Whatever user is entering, that string is here. B. Let me remove this did change selection as well to make it much clear. Did change selection. Only we are very important is this method, because when user is typing something, this is the method which is getting called. Here you can control Here you can control A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. See, when I type any character here, that is displayed here. So we can control here. We can control here. The input can be controlled here. But here I want to perform even, here I'm able to enter text. Only numbers can be even or odd, right? But here I'm entering text, it is allowing. I don't want to take characters. I don't want to take characters. Only digits I want to allow. Only digits I want to allow. How to make that? Here we are getting character, right? Here we are getting character. The string, whatever data is entered by the user. Check if the data is 0 to 9 or not. If it is 0 to 9, then allow, otherwise ignore. Allowing, ignoring is controlled by this. Return true means allow, otherwise ignore. What we can do here, whatever string is entered by the user, let us convert that into the integer. That entered digit equal to, I am converting string into integer, data into integer. The data can be converted or may not be converted into integer. May not be converted into integer. Okay, if let. So I am using optional binding. It is optional binding. Enter digit. If it is convertible, then return true, or else false. Else false. Clear? Enter digit is so and so. This I'm just printing the digit. Enter digit. Clear? Our purpose is clear. If it is number, if it is convert the string, whatever is entered by the user can be converted to the integer, then that is value. I'm entering. Let me open the keyboard. I'm entering W. W is not taken. E is not taken. G is not taken. Let me take one. One is taken. One is considered. Okay, this is how we can control. This is how we can. 3 is considered. 5 is considered. 6, 7 is considered. Colon, parenthesis is not considered. Dollar is not considered. And at the rate not considered. Only numbers are considered. Clear? This is very, very important. If you want to control the text field, this is where exactly you write your methods. All these methods are not much important. Did end editing, right? Should it this method here? When user enters enter, when I click clear, see this method. Which method gets called? When I click enter, should return text field. What we can do here, text field got reason first responder, right? We can close the hider keyboard when user enters enter. Hide the keyboard. This is the way. This is the method which gets called when user clicks on return. This method gets called where I am writing reason first responder. This method is not important, not much important. Did end editing, all these are not important actually. Just put. I don't delete. I just put. I just comment them. Comment. Okay, perfect. Only required methods are most of the time, 99% of the time, we use these two methods only. Okay, when user clicks on return or when user enters something, control that data. Now, what we need to do? We need to check. It should be enabled, right? How to make this enable when there is a text? When there is a text, then enable it, right? Let me write. I want to access the button here. Is enabled equal to I need to make true. I need to make true. How to make this true button? Button I'm trying to access it here. Button is a control. Enable is a property of the button. I'm trying to access the button property, but button outlet is not there, right? I want to access the button property. Whenever you want to access the properties of the button, then only take this outlet we were button. If you want to access the properties, then only declare the outlets. Outlet. Yesterday we have not declared a button outlet. Today we need that. So I am doing that button enabled. Button enabled. And one more thing, what I want to allow is if user enters backspace. Backspace means the count is. Let me make you this. Okay, run it. Backspace means the account is empty. Here I entered 1, 2, 3. Yeah. See the error. What is this? Fatal error unexpectedly found nil while unwrapping the optional value. Okay, button. What is button here? See, button is nil, which is not connected. That is what the problem. We have created the outlet, but we have not connected that. Button, you are so and so. And run it. Okay, here I entered 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to make backspace working. Backspace is not one digit, right? I'm trying to backspace, but it is not working. It is not working. So even I want to allow backspace. Even I want to allow backspace, run it. This is how we can allow the backspace. If you do not implement this method, by default everything works. If you want to control it, then there is a problem. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm hitting backspace. Okay. Let me rerun. By default, it is disabled. If you see, I'm entering A, it is not taking. Go to the digits. When I enter 1, it is enabled. When I enter 2, it is enabled. B enabled. When I hit backspace, when there is no data, even at the last time, I need to disable it, right? If there is no data, I need to disable it. Even I don't know how to do this. I need to use the things here. If text field dot text dot count equal to 1. There is only one character, and user is entering the backspace. Then button dot is enabled equal to false. Multiple logics. If condition, that is why I told you conditions are very, very important. Collections are very, very important. Control statements are very, very important. Without conditional statement, you cannot do anything. Even I don't know whether it is true or false, but anyways, let us try. There is 1, 2, 3. When I hit backspace, it is not working. Why is it not working? Why is it not working? String.count backspace, and it is not working for some reason. Anyways, we have debugging, right? Let's put debugger here. Breakpoint, hit tab. What is happening? See, it is not coming here. Yeah. See here, textfield.count is actually 3. There are 3 characters, but we are checking for 1. We're checking for 1. And what we can do is allow the backspace, and if text field text field text dot count equal to 1. If it is 1, then execute this logic. Okay, this is how we need to use the breakpoint. After putting the breakpoint, I came to know that the condition is failing. Put why it is failing. We have put condition text field count should be 0, as well as text field count should be 1, as well as string is empty, then only go inside. But actually the count is 3. Now this should be working. If it is still not working, again put breakpoint and use it. 1, 2, 3. Go back, go back, go back. Yeah, perfect. 0, enable. 0 data, disable. 1 digit, enable. 2 digits, stop it. And I want to perform now. I want to perform is even. When user clicks on is even, I want to take the data from the text field, convert that into integer, check if it is even or not. If it is even, show here even, otherwise show as odd. We have button action, I guess. Button action. Let me read data. Data equal to input field dot text. Here we have to use input to field. The connection. Here either you can use input field or text field. Text field is the one which is already connected, to which it is connected. Here the text field refers to the to which the delegate is connected. The delegate is connected to this only, right? Now this can be accessed in delegate methods by using text field. We are getting input argument, we are just using it. But here there is no input. Here if you use text field, it was out of scope. Out of scope or invalid declaration or something. See, value of type text field is not there. First thing is actually not there. Okay. Anyways, text field, input field we need to use here. Input field dot text. This is a text, right? Let me convert that into integer. If let we got data, if it is integer, else what I need to do? I need to show odd dot text equal to. I'm just putting odd for now. Odd here. If there is a data, if there is some data, let me put. If there is no data, I'm putting empty. Actually, this case will not happen. Definitely, it contains the text. Definitely, it contains the text because the button is only enabled when there is a text. So I can even mark this as force unwrapping. Forcefully, I am telling compiler, don't worry. Text input will definitely contains a data. In such cases, we use force unwrapping and label dot text equal to. I need to check, right? I can use conditional here. Data. That is digits. Percentile 2 equal 0. If it is true, then it is even. If it is false, it is odd. Conditional operator. We are making use of everything. Okay. Data, so and so. Odd. That's it. Here 1, 2, 3 is even. It is odd. Even I want to clear the text field. Let me clear the text field. Input field dot text equal to so and so. Empty. See, this is also important. There is some error here. I'm just putting is even. It is odd. Why it is odd? 4 is even odd. 5 is even odd. Because here the sequence is important. We are clearing the data here. The clearing should be done after performing the operation. The order is also important, very, very important. Here, 2, it is even. 4, it is even. 5, it is odd. Perfect. This is how even I want to control. I want to make sure that only maximum allowed numbers are 5. I want to, for the phone number or for pin code, maximum is 6 numbers. For phone number, maximum is 10 numbers. Okay, kind of logic we can write here. Okay, here what we can do is if text field dot text dot count equal to if there are 10 digits, 10 is actually 9 only. I'll tell you why it is 10. Let's say 6 digits for pin code. Assume that return if it is true. If the text field dot count is less than 6, less than or equal to 6, then only return allowed. We need to write this logic here actually, comma, this logic also, this condition also, we need to execute. See, if this works, count. I'm entering 1, 2, again something wrong. Count less than 6. What is happening? Put a breakpoint, that's it. 1 comes here, enter digit is integer, that is fine. And text field dot text dot count, sorry, less than 6, right? The breakpoints are very, very important. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm typing 8. It is not allowing. It is not allowing. Here, why we have put 6 only, but why it is allowing 7? Because after return from this method, then only the last character will be considered. Whatever you entered, that will be considered only after returning from here. Even if you check the text field text here, even after entering 8, the text field text is 7 only. Once you return true from here, then only the 8 is considered. So that is why I put 10, not 9, not 10 previously. Okay. Here, if you put 5, only 6 digits are allowed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm entering. No, it is even. Perfect. These are the 3 variety of controls which we have. Okay. We can make some better UIs once we have good knowledge about the controls. Okay. This is all about today's session, and please join next session. We'll see some other controls which are a little different. Thank you for watching. If you have any doubts, you can ask me.